In addition to reciting mantras, prayers, sutras, etc., Tibetans also spin prayer wheels. Called mani, prayer wheels contain multiple copies of one or more mantras. The idea is that spinning written copies of a mantra is akin to repeating that mantra multiple times. The more the mantra is repeated, the greater the cumulative effect. Traditional prayer wheels usually contain the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, associated with Avalokitesvara, the Buddha of compassion. Being a nerd, I have a thing for Altoids tins, and as a Tibetan Buddhist, I use prayer wheels. Put the two together, and is it any surprise that I make Tibetan prayer wheels out of Altoids tins? The one I'm making here contains the Heart Sutra in addition to multiple copies of Om Mani Padme Hum. The parts list is relatively modest: a round Altoids sour tin, a replacement garage door roller, a hex nut as the counterweight, and various keychain parts. I use E6000 to glue anything and everything, and this project is no exception. First, we need an empty Altoids tin. I print out the Heart Sutra and the Om Mani Padme Hum mantra in such a way that I can cut it into strips. The individual strips are glued end to end, rolled up into a coil, and then placed into the Altoids tin. Replacement garage door rollers come pre-greased. What soap and hot water doesn't get off, rubbing alcohol will. It'll never be any easier to wash than when it's brand new out of the package. Glue the roller onto the bottom of the empty Altoids tin. The counterweight is assembled from all the individual pieces. I use a nut glued to the side of the Altoids tin as a collar, and I stick the end of the keychain into the collar, using a third hand to hold everything in place while the E6000 dries overnight. So, put it all together, and what do we have? Our very own homemade Altoids prayer wheel.